Okay, next up is Julius Randle from Kentucky, power forward. We saw Julius's initial raw draft value as being 6. After we scouted him some analytically, we believe that his draft value based on the last 10 years would have been the 4th overall. Okay, here we are. We always start at the raw draft area, and these are where none of the numbers have been touched so far. And it kind of shows you that he's 6th overall right here. And again, as you can see, this is where we end up here as number 4 right here when we're set and finished here. The end of his rookie year right here, we believe that he's probably going to end up being about a 13.8 and 7.5. That would put him right up there with the Rookie of the Year candidates at that point. Just about every year, if you get somebody in the teens, they're getting consideration of votes, and especially depending on the size market they're in. The second year is going to move up to 15. Third year, 17 and 9. Those are very, very respectable numbers, as you see over here. I believe that will put him in the territory of about 10 million per year. His blocks and steals, as far as the defensive rating goes, is not very high. He's not a very highly sought-after defensive player, but he is going to be a big body in the paint, and he's going to allow you to get a lot of defensive rebounds, which do account for a lot. Going to the player card, you can see here how we had Julius Randle projected as a 4th pick. NBA stat accuracy, well, we're not going to know that until the year 2017 when we can see what stats we put in here as far as minutes played, points, rebounds, assists, turnovers. And we're going to see just how close we are to what we have projected here for him. And we'll do that with an accuracy tab here later, which will compare the two charts together. I believe that his field goal and 2-point field goal percentage is going to have to, him being at 45 and 46%, you're thinking that possibly that he's not very effective in the paint. But I believe in this day and age, the way you have to spread the court, if he lands on a team with a slashing small forward, shooting guard, point guard, he's going to have to be able to go outside and hit an open jumper. And I believe early it's going to be a little bit of a tough going, but those are still respectable numbers for outside shooting. 3-point shooting, I'm not sure that he'll be at that point, but 75% free throw percentage. If you're kind of wondering what he's going to look like in the summer league, we're thinking about 15 points a game and close to 9 rebounds. He's gonna do a real admirable job there. It depends on the type of competition he has. He may get a few more points than that. He's going to get at least 15 points, but we'll have to see the pace of play that they actually end up at. His salary, like we said, should be about 10 a year, and we'll see how that works out. Going back up here, our biggest concerns obviously is his size and strength. He has a lot of, but he's going to need to bring extra energy every night to succeed at the NBA level. We talked about him developing the range to his shot to allow slashing players to penetrate. Needs to develop more offensive moves with speed. Creativity equals longevity for smaller players. It's definitely going to need some low post moves, because that is his game, is to have the ball down low. He's 250 pounds. You don't draft 250-pound players, sit there and simply play the outside. He's definitely going to have to develop and keep creative with the moves that he makes. Statistically, I believe he's going to be closer to Paul Millsap than any other current NBA player. Worst case scenario would be Sheldon Williams, and the reason I picked Sheldon Williams was his measurables were very close to Sheldon. A lot of the very same things. Very productive collegiate career there at Duke. Went up against some very good competition and failed. However, we do see some analytic reasons to believe that Julius will succeed, whereas Sheldon didn't. And we also believe that Julius is slightly going to be better than Paul Millsap, but whether or not Paul is a great player, and they're going to be about the same type of player when it's all said and done anyways. As we always do, we ended with this page here in case you had any questions about some of the things you saw. And we'll move on to the next player.